Hi and welcome to another episode of the Legacy Coderetreat Codecast. Today we will talk about how to extract classes from legacy code. You can read about this subject in this blog post I wrote a couple of months ago, and basically the idea is to try to extract classes that have single responsibility from a messy class that you usually have in legacy code. In this blog post you'll see how I extracted some functions, some pure functions from the trivia code base, and we'll try to do a bit of the same thing in this codecast. So please try to read this, and now let's see the code. This is what we've done in the previous episode, extract pure functions. Now we have some pure functions that know how to create some messages. This and this, they are static, they are pure, but also, as I'm sure you've seen the previous episode about the rule of three when refactoring, it's not enough to have only two methods. I'm not sure that these two methods really need to be together into a new class. So what I need to do is try to find out if I can have more proof about this concept, this class that would know how to create messages in some situations of the trivia game. And if I try looking the things here, I could end up to finding something like this, which is very simple, and this would clearly be a pure function if I extract this to a new method. Let's try to give it a name. Create player answered incorrectly message. I can make it static. Yes, I can. If I will commit now, extracted method create player answered correctly message. Good. Now the next step I want to do when extracting a class is trying to put these things one near the other, so I want to see that these really belong together or not. And it's not clear in this moment if these things belong together. Here I have a player name, here I have a player name, here I don't have a player name. So, sorry, here I have a player number, here I have a player name, but here I don't have anything. So it could be, or it could be that they're not together, but it's clear that there is something about this player message around here. So usually what I want to do is I want to rename these methods to some structure where I would put the name of the class before. As you can see here in my blog post, you can name things in a form where you have noun, verb, and situation. Player message, create, when player added. How would this be renamed? Player message, create, when answered incorrectly. Create when answered incorrectly. Yes, that's the idea. How would this be? Player message create with number. With number. And this could be something like player message create with name. Yeah, or even better, as I wrote here as well in the blog post, it would be something like create when player added. Good. So I have three methods that have the same noun here. They deal with players, they deal with messages, and I think that this is quite enough proof to say that they belong together. What I need to do next, I want to make this public. I need to commit, of course. Renamed methods about player message so that they clearly belong together in a class. If I committed, I can create a new class which should be called something like player message, right? I can move this to player message, and I can choose to move all of them at once. Good. So if I go here, I have these public static methods. I can call them, and this is great. The refactoring made me have something like this, like here, player message create when player added. What I could do next is try to use the instance instead of using the static. I can do what I've done before in another codecast. I could make a trick, and this is the trick to change from static to instance variable. I would make a public variable with the same name of the class. In the constructor, I would instantiate it, and then I can remove these statics. I can rename this to respect the naming conventions, and this can again be non-static. Let's see if I forgot anything. Oh yes, so I need to change this in the test as well. Good. So this is how you can move from a class having a lot of methods to having more classes that have clear responsibilities and very small responsibilities. As you can see, it's clear that in this big game class I have other things that would be messages, like this one is current player is getting out of message, out of penalty box, is not getting out of penalty box. So I can enrich that class with more messages as I start refactoring more and more this code base. So that was all for today. Thank you for watching, and as always, have fun coding.